On Sunday, June 6th, the moon will be in Aries, but moving out of Aries into Taurus. That is going to be quite a shift for us because that Arian energy, and I feel a little bit bad about it because that Arian energy that we've had for the last couple of days really didn't get the spotlight like it should. Most of the time, Arian energy is fresh and bold and brave and excited and wanting to take the lead, to jump into new passions and new desires, especially where our emotions are concerned. But because of the other aspects taking place, it brought out the shadow part of Aries, which is restlessness, anger, frustration, irritability. So anytime that we're jumping from this fiery energy of a fire sign, which Aries definitely is, into a earth sign, we are definitely feeling that shift. We are coming back down to earth. We are coming back down to reality. We are low and slow. We want to retreat from all that's going on in the world, and we just want to nurture and pamper ourselves. We have a tendency to kind of retreat, to rely upon the creature comforts in life. These small things that are familiar and comfortable to us, that reassure us that it doesn't matter what's going on out in the world, we can trust and control our little realm. So it is going to be quite a shift, but of course the Arian moon will not really be at its best self, setting us up for this dramatic shift. We are experiencing a moon day as well. There are 6 different moon aspects going on. The conversation with our emotions, with our intuition, with our subconscious self is the name of the game. And I'll let you in on a little something. We are definitely being dominated by the moon's energy throughout this whole week. We are having multiple moon days. The majority of the aspects taking place that are really a game changer going on this week are because of the moon. So the moon has a conversation here today with the sun, with Mercury, and with Neptune. So again, frustrations, irritability are still high because we're in that Arian energy. The moon is having a conversation, a tension point, a triggersome conversation with the sun in Gemini about how frustrating it is that we don't have the details that we need in order to make an educated plan. We are lacking at this particular time clarity, definitely, but we're also missing little pieces of the puzzle. We have what we think is a good idea, a good plan, a good perspective. However, there's chunks missing. And it seems that because we're in eclipse season, because we're in retrograde season, it seems that the plan is changing every single day. Just when we think we get a glimpse of what it is that we're supposed to be doing, something changes. That is very much the Gemini energy. That is very much Mercury retrograde. And the moon goes ahead and has a conversation with Mercury and is like, come on, dude, like you got to wake up here. You got to give us something. We need a little bit of clarity because I have no clue what's going on. And that confusion, that disillusion is definitely hitting home here today because the moon makes an aspect with Neptune. Neptune is in Pisces, very dreamy, very elusive, very hypersensitive because, of course, Neptune wants to attach to a dream of what could be and doesn't want to accept what is. And to be perfectly honest, it's hard to accept what is going on right now because we're not fully informed and things are changing so quickly that we don't really know what to do. And that's why it's so important at this particular point in time to move inward, to attach to our higher self, our inner truth, and to allow what resonates with us to take the lead. Now, the moon goes ahead and sextiles Jupiter and Venus. Now, this is a good aspect. This is a blending of energies. We have Jupiter very much in Pisces, trying to show us where it is that we need to grow and expand, where it is we need to jump out of our comfort zones and really push our boundaries, especially when it comes to listening to our higher selves, to the divine intelligence that are like dropping hints, giving us clues. This is more of a time for us to move inward, to really see that when we listen to our intuition, when we trust our gut instincts, we're actually getting way further ahead than trying to logically and practically feel our way through our emotions and our logical plans. Again, Mercury is retrograde. There's not a whole lot of logic and practicality going on right now. Nothing seems to make sense. And the moon sextiling with Venus, now Venus in Cancer, very mothering, very nurturing, very empathetic. This is like smoothing things over. But again, we're hypersensitive here. Our intuition is very strong. And the moon having this conversation with Venus really wants us to get a little bit real with our relationships, with, making sure that we're not romanticizing our situation, that we're not painting a better picture than what it is that we're actually living. And of course, the moon just wants Venus to enforce her boundaries, to implement boundaries, to start taking care of herself before taking care of other people. And with all the information and confusion that is coming in, we really do have to rely on what is best for us. What do I need? What do I deserve? And detaching from being of service to other people is absolutely needed at this time. We have to retract our energy, pull our energy back into our own field. And this is going to prove to be very, very helpful for us moving throughout the week because, of course, things are going to hit a high point of confusion. And we really need to get a center point, a grounding point at the beginning of the week so that we're not totally pushed off and pushed aside when things get a little bit more cray-cray. Lastly, the moon is going to be making an aspect with the true node, which is really kind of pumping us up, whether it is through excitement or pure displeasure for our current situations. Either way, we want to grow, we want to move forward, we want to start fresh. And that freshness, we are going to start to see little bits and pieces of that move in, but the moon just wants to be done, just wants us to be done with whatever is going on that we're displeased about, that's causing a lot of anger and irritability and aggression and frustration. All we want to do right now is to dive into the happy parts of ourselves, the happy visions for the future. And we just want to hold on to that dream and that vision so tight that nothing that is kind of triggering us at this particular point will take away the wind in our sails. So we're definitely going to have a moody day. We're definitely going to have a triggersome day. But again, all of this is 100% needed in order for us to have these mental breakdowns, to clear the space in order for the breakthroughs to actually take place.